Folks, if you're in the business of Linux administration and you're looking for a possible pay raise or promotion, then you owe it to yourself to learn something about Linux security. Hi, I'm Donnie Tevault. I'm the author of the already best-selling book, Mastering Linux Security and Hardening. So you're saying, okay, why do I need to learn about Linux security? Isn't Linux already secure? After all, it's not Windows. Well, the fact is that a default installation of Linux on a server can be quite insecure, with a lot of ways for the bad guys to be able to get in and do things that you don't want them to do and to access things that you don't want them to access. So you want to protect your servers, regardless of which operating system they run, from these bad guys. With my book, you will learn practical knowledge of how to protect users' sensitive files. Now, yeah, you can go pretty much any place and find out the mechanics of setting up permissions and setting up access control lists and things like that, but it's very rare that you're ever going to find a book with practical applications of this knowledge. I will show you practical applications, practical scenarios that you can use in real life. I'm also going to show you how to best configure your system to keep attackers out. Plug those holes to keep the attackers out. And I'll also show you hardening techniques that you don't see covered in other books. So I'll show you things like OpenSCAP and Linus and Audit D that you don't really see covered in many other places, if any place else at all. So these are important technologies that you can apply in real life and that will help harden your system against those attackers. I'll also show you the newest firewall technologies. In addition to just the standard old school IP tables, I will also show you about Firewall D, uncomplicated firewall, and the latest and greatest technology, NF tables. And again, I'm going to show you practical knowledge. There might be a couple other places where you can go to see about these different technologies, but I'm going to show you practical usage of them. I'll also have an introduction to SE Linux and AppArmor. AppArmor, if you're dealing with Ubuntu or OpenSUSE, and the reason I say Ubuntu is because it is the #1 Linux distro for cloud applications, but not too many people know about AppArmor because there's very, very little documentation about it out there. Not too many people cover it. So I'm going to show you about AppArmor, and I'll give you some practical troubleshooting scenarios with it. And of course, I'll also show you some practical troubleshooting scenarios with SE Linux. And then there's much, much more. There's a wealth of information in this book. And in addition to all that information, it's also entertaining. I don't like boring books, and neither should you. A little bit of humor and a conversational writing style can go a long ways toward making technical material much easier to read, and that is what I strive for, making this easy to read. There are two ways to buy the book. You can go directly to the Packt Publishing website and buy it there, or you can go to Amazon. Every once in a while, the Packt Publishing people run a sale on their site, so go to both sites, compare the prices, see where you can get the better deal. I will include both links in the video description below. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead, go to one of those sites and buy it now and get started on your journey in mastering Linux security and hardening. That's all for now. I thank you for watching.